What's going on, everyone? So I wanted to just go ahead and make a quick pre-market analysis. Before I do so, I just wanted to kind of let you know that I've been sick yesterday, so I wasn't really able to do much of a pre-market. Today I'm feeling a little bit better, so I just wanted to do a quick pre-market analysis off of my phone. So therefore, you can go ahead and just kind of get some information based upon what I see in the market. Because off of one pair, I do see an opportunity possibly coming up. So I just wanted to go ahead and let you know. So therefore, just in case you're watching the pre-market, you can go ahead and see about also getting an entry as well, or just kind of seeing the opportunity that could be presented here in the near future. So right here we have our Forex Factory, very straightforward. Just kind of coming into all of this information as of right now. We have all of the data that's already been released off of Thursday. We do also have some additional information coming soon. We don't usually trade, or I don't trade the CNY, so therefore this doesn't really affect me. For USD, we have some yellow folders, which isn't going to make the market move too much. Now, if we do get into a trade and we hold it, we do have to be mindful that NFP is tomorrow, so non-farm employment change. So just be really careful with tomorrow. And then that also goes with Canada. We have employment change and unemployment rates. And then just kind of going down for the rest of the day. For tomorrow going into the close, we do have the USD also having a red folder. So just kind of jumping right into the charts. DXY hasn't really moved much. We did see a little bit of a change in momentum from instead of pushing back down, we continue to push up, getting closer to the area that I was anticipating that price off of the DXY could retrace to before continuing down. So for this reason, you have to also think with UJ. UJ could also be riding up at this very moment, which it currently is, with some minor higher lows being created. So we're just going to go right into GU. I just want to pinpoint something off of GU, so therefore you can kind of see what happened over the last couple of days. So for GU, I'm going to start with the daily time frame. So therefore we can kind of read this and then go from there. So off of the daily time frame, we are in this momentum where we are currently bullish. I was anticipating a pullback in continuation, but as of right now, market is continuing. It tried to go bullish and then it made a high, failed to really break out of this high very nicely. So instead, it broke back below and then continued to ride down. So we are pretty much at 100% of this Fibonacci, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that because that doesn't really matter anymore. We're still technically in this other Fibonacci zone with this low here, this high here, this higher low here, and we broke out a little bit but failed to continue through. So with that reason, just breaking down to the 4-hour, we had a really solid bullish engulfing bar right here, but then we just had minor bearish structure just slowly deplete our entire position away. Now, one thing that I failed to do was I thought I changed my stop loss on both of my accounts. I did not. I only changed my stop loss on one of my accounts, and on the other account I did not change my stop loss. So I actually took a loss off of this whenever I should have had a small win. So due to a accidental issue, I lost 0.4R roughly. So I noticed this morning that I was in the negative, and I was questioning why I was in the negative because I thought I changed my stop loss, but I did not. I changed it off of my other account. So I manually went ahead and closed because I'm not going to hold it. This is looking really, really bad in the sense of bullish direction. So I just closed it out, called it a day. Luckily, it was a smaller loss, so I'm not too personally worried. And then beyond that, that's pretty much all I got off of GU. It's just coming down. It's currently at this triple bottom area. We could make a possible buy opportunity, but you just never know. Right now, it's just looking bearish. but it hasn't confirmed a break of structure as of yet. This is the all-time high from the most relevant information off of the 4-hour, and then this is the most recent higher low based upon the 4-hour movement from here to here. So if price does break this low here, then at that point we will be looking for possible retracement to make a lower high and then a continuation to the downside, giving us our daily retracement that I was anticipating originally, of coming all the way down to kind of like this area, or even this kind of zone here, which is kind of like our mid-level area, before we start buying back up. So this is giving that opportunity of a bearish potential. So we'll just keep on monitoring that. And then just kind of jumping right into UJ, so therefore we can kind of see it. Let's see, so off of the daily time frame, we can see we're still stuck in this overall consolidation area. Zooming in to the most recent information, we still have this overall higher low, higher high from this high, right? So not breaking this high, but just breaking this high, giving us a bearish momentum currently, and I didn't mean to do that. So right here we had this higher low, higher low, higher low. So we have been holding this bullish structure. I was anticipating a possible breakout here, right? You can see that little minor breakout and then a pullback to continue. So it looks like we might be trying to do the breakout, but only time will tell if this is an opportunity. One thing that I've realized with my system with like GU and UJ and just any Forex currency pair, moving forward, I am only going to be taking profit at a 2R for at least 50 to 75% of my position, and then I can hold the remaining amount of my position for whatever the overall move is. Reason for that is I notice majority of the time price will go to R to 2.5, almost to 3R sometimes, and then it will give this major rejection. Now obviously this is in consolidation, but I'm also talking about GU. It gave this opportunity as well multiple times where it almost went 3R, came down, reversed, came back to my entry area, and this happened multiple times. So it's not just like a one-off situation, right? UK had done it to me. What other market? EU's done it to me multiple times. So due to these reasons, I'm gonna be planning moving forward to be able to take 50% off my trade at 2R, and then that's at minimum, right? And then from there I will hold the rest and put my stop loss at break even, if not into profit, right when we hit 2R, to see if there's an opportunity to move the position higher. So beyond that, this is pretty much UJ. We're currently pushing up, just coming down to the 2 hours so we can kind of see what opportunities presented itself. So 2 days ago we got this kind of double bottom right here, right? So kind of like right here in this area, we kind of got this double bottom and a little bit of a bullish engulfing bar off the 1 hour breaking the EMA. So I got in for a small entry opportunity, and then we have been riding this little tiny uptrend as of right now, anticipating a possible breakout. Now my stop losses are all right here at this very moment, and in just a few minutes I'm going to move them up to pretty much be closer to break even, because we are presenting higher low, right? So as we are presented higher lows, well, I'm going to move this stop loss up, so therefore we have a less opportunity of losing on this trade. And then other than that, we have already did GU, my apologies. And then right here we have gold, so therefore we can kind of look at gold just really quick. So jumping to a daily time frame, we can see that the overall daily time frame is in a uptrend right here. Major pullback, a lot of hesitation, and then starting to move back in the up direction. We do have this bearish opportunity that's presenting itself at this very moment, so just be mindful of this possible downtrend line. I don't think it's that strong as of yet, but there is an opportunity where it could continue. Right here we do have this nice triple touch bullish trend line here. So this trend line back here is kind of not really important anymore. This trend line that I drew here was just in case it got that low, which it got very close, which is where I entered off of, but this specific trend line never technically touched, so I'm going to delete that. And then for this trend line here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see, sorry, sometimes this thing is tricky. I don't know why it's not letting me. Sometimes it just doesn't like me. Personally, I don't know why. But other than that, so this trend line right here, it's pretty much been very closely held, but it broke through, but now it's back up. This little tiny minor trend line is deleted. I was anticipating a overall pullback off of this move, and then somewhere around this zone, we were looking for a buy. So we are very close to the 50% right now for the Fibonacci, which is A, B, C. All right, and I've noticed on gold, like I mentioned before, is gold loves to come very close. As you can see, it's very close to the 50%, and then give a bullish reason to buy. As of right now, we are kind of consolidating in this zone, so not directly too much bullish momentum. I would love to see a push up, a minor pullback with a higher low off the 1 hour, and then a continuation back to the upside. What I could see is we could still retrace all the way to the support resistance, especially with non-farm payroll tomorrow. So just be mindful of that. And then that's pretty much all I got off of gold right now. Is if it gives us a buy opportunity, I will get in. If it does not give us a buy opportunity and it continues down, then I will wait to get an entry off of this zone here. Why do I keep on clicking on GU? My apologies, guys. So next is going to be silver, and I believe this will pretty much complete everything for today. So quick glance at the daily momentum. So as of right now, we had this downtrend that has then got broken, and so I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. We do now have this little tiny downtrend kind of forming here, creating a little bit more of a bearish opportunity. So with this right here, we came all the way down, and then we started to or I'm anticipating that we came down. We did make this lower high right here, so we have to be mindful that price action could become bearish after this. So we already kind of took care of that bullish signal. I was already anticipating on a 4 hour a major pullback to this zone that we are currently at. I drew this on not too long ago, right? I drew it on over here 2 days ago. So what I was anticipating is a pullback to this zone and then a buy opportunity. So once again, I'm looking for a buy, but I would need to see a break of structure such as a higher low to be planted to kind of head back up. So as of right here, that's what I'm anticipating, is a possible higher low to be planted off of the 1 hour. And then once we have that, then I can buy back in. But as of right now, we do not have that. We are just pressing down, pressing down, pressing down. You could also add in a little bit of a trend line here. So therefore, once we break this trend line, will also give us a opportunity to buy. I think that is pretty much it for today. Possible buy opportunity off of silver, possible buy opportunity off of gold. But pretty much other than that, we have S&P, NQ, and US 30. I don't usually get into these too much as of right now because I'm just kind of learning how they move. Just to pinpoint off of the 4 hour, or let me just show you off of the daily, right? We have a overall bullish move that's currently happening at this very moment. Again, NFP tomorrow, I don't want to risk getting in with this bullish opportunity, but we have a lot of kind of like consolidation-ish as well happening. So for those reasons, I'm not interested in the S&P plus the NQ look very similar. So for those reasons, I am going to be staying out. This one's in consolidation. And then other than that is going to be the US 30. US 30 was breaking out of this consolidation zone as of right now. So we are in this kind of overall bullish trend. I want to wait to see how NFP reacts to all three of these markets before I look for any buy opportunities. So that's pretty much going to end it out for today. Hope everybody is doing well, and hopefully y'all don't get sick with this flu because it is very annoying. Have a good one.